I've been asked how I, as a publisher who has an online service that, puts content behind a paywall, could possibly be a supporter of Aaron Swartz, this guy who, downloads content from, services like that. And my answer is that we're trying to invent the future, and that the future does not look like the past. And the future is uncovered by struggle to figure out what works and what doesn't work. And the people who figure that out are people to whom we owe an enormous debt. I was trying to think of, past experiences with Aaron. When I first met him, he came to our Foo Camp and our E-Tech conferences. But what I decided to share with you is a poem that I read as part of a talk that I gave at our E-Tech conference in 2008. And I checked, and I just to refresh memory, Aaron was there. And the poem was part of a talk entitled Why I Love Hackers. And I started out with a picture of some berries, some poisonous ones and some ones that were good to eat. And I said, somewhere way back in time, somebody had the courage to figure out which of these things were good to eat. And I talked about, people wanting to fly. That was this crazy dream. And eventually, we figured it out. And lots of other stories from the history of hacking. And then I ended with a poem which seems singularly appropriate for Aaron, because it's about both the courage to try to do what hasn't been done to change the world, but also how hard that is and the challenge of it. It's a poem called The Man Watching by Rainer Maria Rilke, in translation by Robert Bly. He said, I can tell by the way the trees beat after so many dull days on my worried window panes that a storm is coming, and I hear the far-off fields say things I can't bear without a friend, I can't love without a sister. The storm, the shifter of shapes, drives on across the woods and across time, and the world looks as if it had no age. The landscape, like a line in the psalm book, is seriousness and weight and eternity. What we choose to fight is so tiny. What fights with us is so great. If only we would let ourselves be dominated, as things do, by some immense storm, we would become strong too and not need names. When we win, it's with small things, and the triumph itself makes us small. What is extraordinary and eternal does not want to be bent by us. I mean, the angel who appeared to the wrestlers of the Old Testament. When the wrestler's sinews grew long like metal strings, he felt them under his fingers like chords of deep music. Whoever was beaten by this angel, who often simply declined the fight, went away proud and strengthened and great from that harsh hand that kneaded him as if to change his shape. Winning does not tempt that man. This is how he grows, by being defeated decisively by constantly greater beings. I don't know whether Aaron was defeated or victorious, but we are certainly shaped by the hand of the things that he wrestled with.